still tricks me sometimes. But we're gonna go into that big loss, that big trade loss here. What was it on the 7th? Okay, let's go into that trade. Um, let's see what I could have did better on this trade. This was a $2,000 loss, and it came after. Let me see. How can I put this? Show executions. There we go. All right, so look at this guy. You see, I'm not afraid to add. I added. I bought here on the strength of this because this looked like a breakout here. Okay. Looking at it back, it looks like more of a wedge now. One push up, pull back, two pushes up, pull back, three pushes up. So we had three pushes to a wedge here. I guess I just didn't see that when I was doing the trade. Maybe I saw it and didn't think it would matter, but right before the open here, got a small position. I think we're gonna try for this high again at the open. So I got a small position on here, and we're immediately trying for the low, it looks like. I don't think this will get too far down here. Um, that's why I was comfortable having it open. But let's see what happens here. It could pull back pretty far.
Order filled.
First breakout below the low, looking like it failed. See if we get a rally to the top here. They're trying to buy this. Get a nice reversal bar if we can catch it.
Order filled. Order filled.
Looking like we're going to reverse up here. Let's go ahead and buy
Order
another
filled.
one. Looking like we might reverse all the way up there.
Stop filled.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, all right. So I made a little money last night, so I'm not really going to trade today. a lot. I got some errands to do, business to take care of. But let's go through the month. All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. So this is a recap of my February. Um, I did pretty good in February. I didn't start trading full time again until after this day here, after Valentine's Day. Was really when I was free of the responsibilities of my job. So back in the mix here. Um, I like P&Ls like this. I like I like curves that go up straight to the corner there. So no complaints there. Had a couple of good days. Let me zoom in on a day that was tricky to trade. Well, let's just go through and see what these days look like. Um, so this was the 4th. This started the month. You can see this is all NQ. I trade MNQ, sometimes NQ, but mostly MNQ. I'll pay the extra commissions to scale in and out because they definitely help me with my trading. The extra dollar or whatever you're paying to get in and out, it seems like a lot. And it can be. If I press the button a lot, I pay my broker a lot. But for the flexibility that I have in trades, I'll take it right now until I'm big enough to trade, you know, the minis like I trade the micros. This day was pretty solid. Just going through to see if there's any big days with drawdowns that I had to recover from. Okay, so here's one. Here's Friday the 7th. Now look at this. I made at 9:30 in the morning. Looks like I was running up pretty good, right? Hold on. This platform still tricks me sometimes, but we're going to go into that big loss, that big trade loss here. What was it on the 7th? Okay, let's go into that trade. Let's see what I could have did better on this trade. This was a $2,000 loss, and it came after. Let me see. How can I put this? Show executions. There we go. All right, so look at this guy. You see, I'm not afraid to add. I bought here on the strength of this because this looked like a breakout here. Okay. Looking at it back, it looks like more of a wedge now. One push up, pull back, two pushes up, pull back, three pushes up. So we had three pushes to a wedge here. I guess I just didn't see that when I was doing the trade. Maybe I saw it and didn't think it would matter, but three pushes up, parabolic wedge, and then we broke down out of the wedge. And you see I added all the way down. I added here. What was this? 80, 33, 69, 33. This was a 151 point bar I was trying to fade, guys. It just kept growing and growing and growing, and I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, God, what is happening? But yeah, you see, I finally took my loss there, and it would have gotten a lot worse before it got better. So I'm glad I didn't hold on to that premise all day. But yeah, that took me down. How did I recover from that? Let's see. All right, so immediately afterward, I took a long trade here at this low, scalped out here. Okay, probably should have written this up here, but I was probably traumatized from that loss. I was trying to get some money back, probably. What else? This was a nice trade. 15 contracts I took along. Took along. It was a pretty condensed trade, though. Looks like I got in and out. Buy. And then I guess I bought here. I'm trying to see where I sold. I sold at the top of here and at the top of here when it was reversing down, it looks like. And I sold here. So profit on this position up here, profit on this one here, profit on this one here, or however, but that was interesting. What I like most about this, though, is that, okay, so this is where I got most of my money back, and look how close I was to going in a drawdown again. Bought long, and then got out right here at the top. That's wild. Look at that. So why am I buying here? Okay, so I must have bought here because of this low here. They stopped the momentum. This is a high one. This is a high one buy, high one signal here. They even triggered another one here, and then it reversed. So they trapped some bulls up here. But I realized that bulls were making money at the lows here, buying at the lows. That's how I had made my money in the last two trades. So I bought the lows too. So you see a lot of the recovery was in the same. It was in this choppy price action after this drawdown, after this big move. So I was reading it well, which is why I chose to keep trading. But you can see this was kind of dicey here. This could have taken me down even more right here. This big bar. I don't even know how many points that was. About 100, another 128 points. So you get a big move down like this, you do expect there to be follow through. It just happens 8 bars later. It looks like 10 bars later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 bars later, you got that follow through. And then you got a triangle, which is a trading range. They broke below it, failed here, came back up, tested it again. Looks like they broke below it, gap below it, gap below it on the morning, and then ran up. But I often wonder what would have happened had I just been bearish this day, and like, could I have captured most of this? But we recovered on the day, as you saw. Let's go back out to the chart here and see if there's any more nasty days we can talk about. Where were we here on the 7th? Let's go to the, nothing to see there. Pretty normal day there. What about here? Now this day was kind of back and forth. I ended up with 216 this day. There's nothing really crazy here. I kept my risk pretty contained. I lost 56. I lost 118, made 84, lost 1. So I think I did pretty good today. I kept it pretty much in the limits of what I wanted to do. 50% win rate. It's pretty terrible. Look at commissions though. Commissions 114 and I only made 216. So you know I was giving my broker a lot of money that day. So days like this, I just try, if I go down early or if it's just a back and forth like whack-a-mole, like I'll make 300, I'll lose 300. I'll make 200, I'll lose 80. You know what I mean? If it's one of those back and forth kind of days, I just try to stay in until it becomes clear, because the more trades you make, guys, that's why it's important to keep your losses small, in my opinion, because you gain so much more information from the market after you lose, really after you're in. If you want to know what the market's going to do, place a trade. Place a trade and the clarity will come, okay? Because it's either going to be going against you or it's going to be going with you. But it will make you look at the chart. It will make you consider other features of the chart that that were invisible to you until you got involved. I'm telling you, it works. So on days like this where it's just back and forth, I make a little bit. You see, I lost a little bit, and I was trading early in the morning too. So I lost some at night, made it back, lost it in the morning, made it back, and then went on 2 losses, and then was able to get something going with 2 nice trades at the end there. So let's see what else we got. What's this day here? This day was looking like a pretty big drawdown too. Retrace this here. Let's see. So this day I started out just bad all around. Look at this. I started out, I lost. And this trade is where it started to turn around, but then not really. So I made $283 this day on a 42% win rate. I was wrong more than half the time on this. Let's take the biggest trade out of here and see where I was messing up here. So this is a long, and it looks like I bought. So this is improper trade management. This is trading too big. I can tell you already without even going further. I just clicked on it. I can already tell you what I did wrong. Of course, none of this was here when I ended this trade, but big sell down, and then you kind of had a reversal. You had a major trend reversal right at the open. So they sold it down to the open, and then they reversed it all the way up all day long. So that's interesting. But yeah. So there was nothing wrong with this trade. What happened with this trade is I didn't risk to my stop. So if I got in here, my stop was 27 points below. My stop, I didn't get in there though. I got in up here. I got in up here. My stop was 39 points plus 9, so 40 points away. But so the medium, the in between of that, probably 44 points. So I got in here. This was $440 away. Now I risked to this low, which I don't even know why I got out here because it didn't even break this low here. Didn't even break the last bullish candle. So I don't know why I got out of this, but you see this could have been a monster trade. This could have been a monster trade. And I'm looking at this trend, and it looks like I got on board earlier or later in the day. That's how I got those two big ones at the end. But let's continue here. Let's go through this and see. Same thing here. Bought it, took me out at the low. Then they started to work out. I bought here, got a little bit back. Still sold too soon. Got out of half of it here and half a little bit higher after it crossed that bar. Don't know why. Nothing was saying reversal here. Looking back on this. What else? Same thing. I did get back in. So I'm just basically scalping a trend now. So this should be a swing trade, and I'm playing it like a scalp. And that's a cardinal sin right there. Because look at all the money I'm missing and all the commissions I'm paying by getting in and out. But you can see that this leg up really brought me up, and I could have just been in it from here, not suffer that drawdown, and just taken all this profit. So at least I'm good at recovering from drawdowns, it looks like. That's what it feels like. It's the same day. This is Thursday. No, this isn't the same day. This is a different day. This is a different chart. Went long here. Looks like I bought my first one at the top of this, and then I scaled into this bar, scaled in at the breakout point halfway. I scaled in a little bit more inside of this range, and then I scaled in below the range, and I got out of all of it here. Could have gotten out of it a little bit higher, maybe made some more money, but and looking back on the chart, that's probably what I should have did, because you got this line here. Yeah, you got that line right there. Failed to reach the line on the pullback. Failed to get to the line or get to this low. Made a higher low right here. Probably higher low. Probably could have went a little bit higher than that, and I could have got out here, or maybe even up here or here when it sold down. Gave you that second push, pull back 1, pull back 2, and then 3. Lots of ways that could have been managed more. I would say a feature of my trading this month was that I left a lot of money on the table. I scalped a lot, and MNQ or NQ is so big, it doesn't take a lot for you to make money. Look at this short. This is disgusting. $149, had 8 contracts. Felt this was weak, obviously, and we're at the top of a trading range. I know I saw that. So top of a trading range. Felt it was weak going up, top of a trading range. Got all of that trading range price action right there. Okay. And then it just sold off. And look at me. I sold mid-bar. I sold mid-bar for a little funky $150, and they were giving me all so much more. So that's disappointing. That's disappointing. But what I just said, the feature of my trading this month was leaving a lot on the table. Look at that bar. Look at that bar. Look at the bars after it. You could have bar by barred this. Look at this. Check this out. You could have put your stop here when this traded below here. Okay. Hold on. Let's make it a little bigger. This traded below here. You could have put your stop here. This traded below here. You could have put your stop here. Look, this came up to test it, but never got through it. Okay. This did trade below here. You could have put your stop here, and you probably would have been taken out here. But if you weren't, you just bar by bar this sucker all the way down. Stop there. Okay. Were you stopped? Were you stopped out? Okay, you're probably taken out there. But what I'm saying is there was a lot more potential in this trade just going bar by bar. I didn't have to get out here. I didn't have to get out here. Nothing to talk about that long. Had 3 pushes down, 1, 2, 3, really 4, and then a reverse up. Pretty easy to trade there. Bottom of a potential trading range. Looking for a retest of this, and it looks like we got it later in the day. So I retested it, found support, and then broke back below it. Kept bumping up against it, and then finally pulled away. I think that's all I want to show you guys. I mean, there's not much here. There's not much bad trading here. It's just a couple of days where I got in trouble and I had to figure it out. Let's pick the day with the largest amount of trades and see if that day was green to red or red to green or what. This is a pretty big, okay, this is the one we just looked at. So that day had the most trades at 14. Is there a trade day behind that? There's no trade day above 5. I have 1 here and 1. Okay, I have an 8. I have 2 10s and an 8. So if I were doing an analysis of this, I would say, well, the days that you take more than 5 trades, you suffer. This is a 12 trade day here. And you can see I just couldn't miss this day. Everything was good. Probably a few trades in here I could have held longer. Let's go to the first one and see if that one should have been held longer. It's a short. Clearly a short. Start shorting here, it looks like, when this bar retraced. Trying to see what would have made me get into that short. There's 3 pushes down there. 1, pull back 2, pull back 3. That's a wedge, though. You would expect that to break up. It did break down. Maybe that's why I took this trade. Or I was just watching these and just thought it would come below here. But broke down, retested, got in here. Another massive trade. This bar is 108 points, and I probably got out about a third of the way through. And once again, this was one of those, I could have big barred my way down. I could have put my stop here. Once this traded below here, I could have put it here. Once it traded below here, probably would have been stopped out right here. But that move from here to here, from my entry to here, it was about 170 some points. Would have been a lot more than 270 or 282. So kind of crazy that I left so much money on the table this month. We're going to be a lot more aggressive this month. We're really going to push our edge when we see that we're reading the market well. So it's going to be determined by, P&L. So, all right, that's kind of like a recap of my month. There's really nothing to see here. It was just pretty solid trading. Most of it distracted for the first part of the month when I was working, but you can see when I started to really trade, I started to make some more money. So, I shoot for weeks like this. This is an outlier week. This is double what I usually make. But weeks like this, a little bit above 1,000, below 1,000, 1,200, something like that. I'm comfortable with those weeks because I don't like to sit here all day. I like to trade the open. I like to go work out. I like to relax. I like to have breakfast. I like to do laundry. Well, I don't like to do laundry, but I like to just live my life. And then I'll come back. If I see some easy setting up, I'll trade it. I'm into easy trading now. I'm not trying to be in every single move in the market. And yeah, it's been working out for me, so keeps me fresh. We'll do these once a month. I am opening up the Discord again. If you made it this far, I put it at the end of the video for people that really watch me all the way through. But text or email me at j@jmoneytrades.com, and I will send you the link to the Discord. It's not going to be something that you can join without me approving it. So. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Talk to you soon. Bye.